Hey, good morning, Cyril. It is Paul here. I've got your Indian up on the lift, and I just wanted to point out something to you that I caught. You brought your bike in to do fork oil adjustments, and I'm going to get to that. But as I'm pulling stuff apart, I noticed this is very minor, but important nonetheless. I just wanted to show you what I found. So obviously here's your brake caliper. Your bike goes this way, so this is the left side. I noticed it on both sides, but I just, for the example, this is the left side of the bike. Okay, so shifter side. Okay, so you can see your brake calipers in my hand, and your brake pads are loose. They chitter chatter. Chitter chatter. It's funny. Reason being is because this retainer clip that this thumb is pressing is in the wrong position. Use a pointer. This part of the retainer clip should be under the lock pin, which means this entire retainer spring needs to go down deeper inside where I'm pointing here to stop this chitter chatter. So I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm going to pull this safety pin out. I'm going to use my Torx screwdriver driver to pull this out. I apologize if my video work isn't very good. I'm not a video guy. I'm a bike mechanic. Okay, so I'm going to pull the pin out. I'm holding the brake pads with my fingers underneath the caliper where you can't see, but I'm going to pull this pin out. And I'm just going to take this retainer spring, and I'm just going to drop it down one whole position. You see that? So now this part that I was pointing at before is actually where the pin is going to go through. You see that? So now I actually have to put pressure on the spring. You can see that. So I could put the retainer pin back, back in. Now you can clearly see what I've done. You can see by this wear mark where this pin used to rest and it was doing nothing. But now that it's been pushed into the proper position, I'm going to now completely secure this by screwing that all the way in. Whoa, don't bump the camera. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Whoa. Okay, put a little snogging on that. Put in our security pin, our retainer cotter pin. Goes in like that. Okay, and now my camera work sucks. And now your pads don't do the chitter chatter, right? And that's what we were aiming for. Whew. Man, I need to hire a camera person or something. My work is just, I tell you. Here we are, got your bike up on the lift, and we were just talking about the brake pads, but I removed both of your fork legs, and here is the definitive conclusion. We have put these I should pull this into the light so you can see, but we have put these extenders on your forks right here, and it was weeping from exactly where my thumb is pointing, because this is the top of the fork. That's the extension that we've put on top. This was loose on both fork legs. This top cap that my thumb is pointing at right now was loose, and I couldn't figure out how they got loose until I started putting that fork leg back in the bike. And here's what's happening is, I can't do this because I have to hold the camera with one hand. So I'm just going to use this hand to sort of describe. When I put the fork up in this clamp, when it reaches the top clamp, it was really super tight, if you can recall when we did this first time. And I was turning the fork leg, and I didn't know this, but I was literally unscrewing the top cap just enough so that oil would leak out of both sides. And that is the definitive reason why both of these legs were leaking. A completely honest mistake on my end. I am completely taking responsibility for this. I'm slightly embarrassed that I didn't think or notice that probably could have been what it was, but suffice to say, this is an easy fix. It's labor heavy on my part. You're not paying for any of this. And an inconvenience because back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And I truly am sorry about that. But I wanted to illustrate this to you, that it was an honest mistake, and rest assured it has nothing to do with the fine folks at Lawless. Fantastic cap. We installed it properly, but I didn't know that as I was putting the actual fork leg in and turning it, that I was actually unscrewing it at the same time. Anyway, there it is. I'm going to finish this up, take the bike for a test ride, and get back to you. It's getting a little bit late in the morning, but still morning. And yeah, man. Yes, thank you for agreeing.